Hi, boys and girls. We are going to do Monday's reading assignment together. This is our last day with our informational text structures. And we have been learning about all different kinds of text structures, and why they are important to learn about is because that's where the writer of the text hides the information based upon the signal words or whatever the text structure is. If we know that, it really does help us as readers know where to find information for things like test questions, or if we're reading a Storyworks magazine and we have to answer some comprehension questions, or next year when you get in middle school and you're having to take tests over science and social studies. This is really going to be a big thing to help you. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and we will do part of this together, and then the rest of it you will do on your own. All right, so we're going to be working on compare and contrast, and the text that you're going to be using today is very, very short, but it's called A House versus a Nest. A house versus a nest, right? So first, let's talk about what is the compare and contrast text structure. So I'll write on my sheet and you write along with me. This type of text structure is really about helping us find the things that are the same and the things that are different about either an object, a person, a place, an event. Okay, so I'm going to write that down. This type of text helps us find similarities, it's a big word, similarities and differences between things. So if it just asks you to compare, you would only be finding the things that they have that are alike. If it's asking you to compare and contrast, you're finding the differences between those two things. And comparing and contrasting is really something you're going to do your entire life. You will have to compare, do I want this car or that car? Which house do I like? Do I like the one in the city, or do I like the one in the suburb? You might have to compare text to decide, do I like the way this author writes? Do I like the way this author writes? So you really do a lot more comparing and contrasting than you think that you do. So let's look on the back of our paper and look for the signal words for compare and contrast. Okay, so they are, they have the word like, unlike, same, different. There was to, as well as. Let's see. Then however, although, and same as. Okay, so I'll leave that up there so you'll have a second to be able to write those down. And you can always pause the video if you need a little bit more time. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go on. You are going to read this very, very short article about the comparing and contrasting a house versus a nest. And what I'd like for you to do is I'd like for you to see if any of these signal words you find. If you do see them, go ahead and circle them, or you may find some more that you want to add to this list. And then it says, what two things are in this article comparing? What two things are this article comparing and contrasting? Okay, so it's kind of in the title, but it is asking you, you can tell by the space, it's asking for more information. So you might talk about similarities and differences that the article brings up. So What are the things that they have in common? What are the things that they have that are different? When you're done, you're going to write your sentences, take a photograph of this page, upload it to Google Classroom for today's reading assignment, and then you have the rest of the time to independent read. And I want you to really take advantage of having the opportunity to do that, because we don't get that very often in fifth grade, where you can really self-select a chapter book to read and enjoy. Remember that by January, you're supposed to have read 2 Mark Twain books. So if you haven't gotten started on that, you need to do that. We're not going to go to the library today, but if you need a book, we've got plenty on the shelves in our classroom. Pick a book quickly and then get right to work. All right. Hope you're having a great day. Can't wait to see you tomorrow.